You ready to go outside? Is that what it is?
Go free, run like the wind.
Good morning, guys. I just woke up and I had the weirdest dream. I was getting attacked by sharks. I'm still not sure if I believe that dreams mean something deeper. No, what do you guys think? Anyways, welcome to a new full day of eating. I'm bulking as a vegan bodybuilder, so I'm trying to add weight. So we're gonna look at some really awesome meals that I'm eating all throughout today that are designed to add weight, add muscle, high protein, but they're all easy to make because, let's be honest, not all of us want to do a 45-step recipe. We want delicious foods to help us gain weight and help us on our fitness journeys. So stick around because today is going to be freaking awesome. I have a couple recipes I've never tried before that look really, really good, and I have a couple tried and true recipes that I already know are delicious. So let's get into this.
Okay, so for breakfast, as you just saw, I made my vegetable juice, which I have every single morning. This is 24 ounces of carrot, celery, and spinach juice. I have this every morning. It makes me feel like a freaking champion. But then also, you saw, I made this super deluxe breakfast. So I have to give credit to Sammy, my girlfriend, because she's been telling me to make this on full day eating. This is one of the things she really likes to make. And right, it's not like the most whole foodsy perfect meal, but not everything has to be whole foods and perfect health. You can also, splurge and enjoy yourself a little bit. So this is just egg on top of a whole everything bagel. We have some tomato slices, we have some avocado, and then some of this plant-based bacon that I got from VegCo with a side of some quinoa with my homemade pico de gallo on it, and just a side of some greens. This looks so freaking good. Let me give a big old gourmet bite of this. There's what she's looking like. Oh, it's a big old sandwich. Here we go.
Look at this dude.
Oh yes, that tastes every bit as good as it looks. Team Big Bites. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna eat this breakfast and drink my juice while I edit some videos for my investment channel. And then pretty soon, in about an hour and a half, we will be heading to the gym. So before I get into the workout, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Verb Energy. And if you've been watching the channel for about 2 months, 3 months, you saw I talked about them before. And what Verb Energy is basically a caffeinated energy bar. So each one is 90 calories, it's low in sugar, it's dairy-free, it's gluten-free, it's vegan, and they have about the same amount of caffeine as a single espresso. So these are really great if you are trying to cut out that second cup of coffee, if you're someone who drinks a lot of energy drinks or anything like that. These are really nice. But the way I've been using them recently is I've been trying to not drink coffee because I'm noticing that my teeth are starting to get less white, starting to get stained, and it's annoying me. And so I've been using these before my workouts because I'm getting the same amount of caffeine that I was gonna get from the coffee, but without staining my teeth. So that's, for me, a huge freaking benefit. The other thing I really like about them is that they actually use ingredients that you can pronounce, that you actually know what they are. And the 6 core flavors that they have are maple blueberry, vanilla latte, salted peanut butter, simply cocoa, lemon raspberry, and coconut chai. I'm gonna have the salted peanut butter, which is my favorite flavor right now before I go to the gym. But if you guys wanna check this out, you can check out the Verb's Energy Starter Pack. It's only 12 bucks. It gives you a full bag of 12 full bars, and then they also give you 4 sample bars so that you can try them out and you can see kind of which flavor is your favorite. If you wanna check that out, you can use the link in the description below, and I think you guys are gonna like them. Okay, I'm ready to this. We're gonna get to this workout.
Letting you go, I was just letting you know. I know the weather is cold, but you on your own. I ain't no regular Joe, you should've left me alone. I'm in the zone, I'm where the predators roam. We at the Senate in Rome, and I'm on the throne. This ain't no regular poem, this ain't that regular tone, no. Do you follow me, baby? Can you see what I have?
All right, I am freaking pooped after that leg day. I usually don't really talk about my workouts, so let me know if this is interesting to you guys, but I just wanna explain what I did there a little bit. So I started with some heavier sets of deadlifts around the 5 rep range, and then from that point on, it was all volume. So I did about 400 yards of weighted lunges where I was holding a 25-pound plate. And then I finished with doing some heavier 45-pound plate lunges, about 50 yards there and back, and then squatting right afterwards as a superset with only 105 pounds, just going until I was burnt out. Just doing this high volume until my legs were completely wasted, and now I am poop. Also, I don't talk about my macros very often, so really quick, my macros right now are 60% carbs, 20% fats, and 20% protein. I aim for roughly those amounts, but if I'm up or down on any of those a little bit, it's not a big deal, and that makes it so that I'm eating about 4,000 to 4,200 calories per day right now, and I'm about 195, 196 pounds, and I'm trying to get past 200 pounds. Again, I'm super freaking pooped, so we gotta get home, and we're gonna make something so good. It's an extremely easy, delicious lentil soup. So let's go home.
All right, this is super simple. We have half of an onion that is chopped and minced. We're gonna take a medium carrot like this and just turn it into some nice half-inch discs. We're gonna take a large potato or 2 medium potatoes and do cross-cut, sideways, and we just turn it into some pretty healthy sized chunks. And then we're gonna do about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic and mince them up, but I have this one that's already pre-minced up. So all of this is just gonna go into the frying pan. And then we're just gonna add like a little bit of olive oil, maybe like a tablespoon or so. We're gonna let this all cook for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then everything else is gonna go in, and then that's pretty much it. All right, so our onions and stuff are translucent. Now we're just gonna literally add everything else. So we're gonna start with 2 cups of green, or really any lentils, and they're just like pre-washed, but they're completely dry. We're gonna do a whole can of diced tomatoes, which is 14 ounces. You could also use crushed tomatoes if you don't like the chunks. Then we're just gonna do 7 cups of veggie broth. I'm doing a little mix of water with veggie broth just because I like a little less sodium, but if you like the full sodium, do 7 cups of veggie broth. And then finally just the spices and stuff. So we have 1 tablespoon roughly of some lemon juice, doing about a teaspoon of paprika, doing about a teaspoon of curry powder. Cumin is definitely pretty strong, so about a half teaspoon of cumin. You definitely want to underdo this, not overdo that. And then my favorite thing in the world, chili powder. You cannot overdo this, so a teaspoon, but you know, if you're me, maybe a little bit more than a teaspoon. Bada boom. Now we're just gonna bring it to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, we're just gonna put the lid on and drop it to a simmer and let it sit for 25 to 30 minutes. And that's it. It's so simple. All right, 30 minutes later, and here is the money shot. You ready for this? Woo-hoo. Check that out. It smells so freaking good. Everything is cooked perfectly now. So like literally this is just ready to serve, or you can store it away in your fridge. It'll stay for about a week. The only other thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some chopped up baby greens, just to add a little bit of some greens into this, and it's ready to serve. So I'm gonna put this in a bowl and serve it with a little sourdough toast, and my post-workout meal is served. All right, this smells so freaking good. I wanna give you guys a fresh little taste test here. Of course, I got the hot sauce on there. Probably gonna put more on once I go inside. This would also pair really well with nutritional yeast. So, bon appetit. It's hot. I'm a tough guy, but I'm not gonna burn my tongue. Wow, that's freaking good. Sometimes I need to like chew things and let the flavor marinate for a second before I declare that it's amazing. This is just amazing straight up from the beginning. Of course, I've also got the sourdough toast, because then you can do a little bit of this. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do. A little sourdough toast with soup. Wow, my chicken is waiting for a little lentil snack here. There we go. What can I say? Vegan chickens love the lentils. All right, so I'm gonna finish this up, and then we have one more super deluxe meal. You guys gotta see this one. It's gonna be absolutely fire. I can't wait to try it. All right, so for dinner, we're gonna make a cheesy hash brown bake with broccoli. This is something that I saw on High Carb Hannah's channel, and it looks so freaking good to me. So what we're gonna do is we have 1 carrot that we soaked in hot water, along with 1 cup of cashews that we also soaked in hot water. We're gonna put that into a blender. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And then I'm running super low on nutritional yeast, but if I had enough, I would probably use about a half cup. I probably have about like 3 tablespoons here, so we're just working with what we got. Then about a teaspoon each of onion and garlic powder, a little bit of paprika, maybe like half a teaspoon, and then something like 3/4 cup of Ripple milk, or whatever milk, cashew milk, almond milk, whatever milk. We're just gonna blend this up. This is gonna be our cheese sauce. Okay, so we're just taking a baking pan and we're just gonna lightly spray it with olive oil. And then we're gonna add our broccoli, which is probably, I would say, maybe 2 cups of broccoli that's just been kind of like cut up and put into little pieces. And then here's what our cheese sauce is looking like. It's very thick, very nice. Very good. So we're just gonna put this onto the broccoli. We're just gonna mix this around until all the broccoli is nice and coated. And then I have these Trader Joe's shredded potatoes, which are super sweet because they're literally just potatoes. There's no other ingredient. So we're just gonna fill the rest of the pan up with these hash browns, and then we're gonna mix the cheese sauce all around this. Okay, and then a little cheat, just because we didn't have a lot of nutritional yeast, I'm just gonna put a little bit of some vegan cheese. This is some Daiya that we had left over on top, just to add a little bit of cheesiness. And we're gonna cook this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, depending on how crunchy we want it. And that is literally it. So we'll see you in about 40 minutes. And 35 minutes later, look how good this is looking. Oh my gosh. We threw it in the broiler also for like 3 or 4 minutes just to get the tops nice and crispy. But look at this bad boy. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. All right, so the only thing left to do is to plate it. All right, so here we go. Hash brown bake. Taste test on this bad boy. Chef's kiss on that one. Yo, that's fire. The only thing I'm gonna do is just gonna add a big old heap and clop of ketchup right there, you know, to boost the testosterone a little bit. So in addition to that, I need some more calories. So I have a smoothie here that I made with bananas and blueberries, a little bit of Ripple milk, and a scoop of Viva Life vanilla protein in here. And then also some of these gingerbread balls, which we made earlier. This is such a fire recipe. I put it in a video a long time ago. It's literally just 1 cup of dates, 1 cup of cashews, and then 2 scoops of the gingerbread protein from Viva Life. And these things are freaking fire. So good. So I'm probably gonna like pull a couple of these chunks off and put them in the smoothie. As always, if you wanna check out the Viva Life protein or any of the vegan supplements from Viva Life, it helps support this channel. The link is in the description below. You can also use Brian10 for a 10% discount. One last thing, I was thinking about starting a Discord chat group, and I was wondering if you guys would actually join that if I did start it. If you say yes, then I'll probably start it and let you guys know about it in the next video. But without further ado, give it a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know what your favorite meal out of all of these was in the comments below, and I will see you beautiful people in the very next video. Peace.
Team Beyond the Week. CT, every